The ball doesn't lie. The ball is the circle. The circle is infinite. The infinite is lies. Our life is a lie. One letter off. What does it mean to believe? What does it mean to live? What word is in the middle of believe? As you tumble, are you humble? Do you know it all? Can you admit that you don't? Do you care to know? Do you care to grow? Do you want to know what's below? No, no, no. Are you of this world or of this world? Are you the pearl or the swine? Be defined and don't whine, just shine.
Welcome back, ballers. Night owls. Welcome back, ballers, to another late night episode on the Ball Don't Lie channel, featuring two brilliant minds and two dear friends of mine. I am so blessed to be connected with both Golden Age Deception, he also goes by Chase, and my boy Myron, aka He Got Game. We're going to jump right into this, you guys. Myron, how are you? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. How are you? How's everybody doing?
Better now.
Yes,
Golden
sir.
Age. Golden Age, you out there?
Yes, sir. Absolutely great. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this one for a minute now. So thank you guys both so much for carving out some time to jump onto my page. And yeah, I mean, you guys really challenged me just in my own truth journey, so to speak. And it just, you guys blow my mind every time. So I think this is going to be a lot of fun to get, the three heads of us together here. And let's dive right into it. Tonight's show is mainly going to be about Chase, Golden Age Deception. You guys can find him with that golden text below here at, just like it's spelled, Golden Age Deception on Instagram. He also has a YouTube channel, which is spelled the same way as well. So Chase, if you wouldn't mind just kicking us off, give a little background about yourself and what we're going to dive deeper into on tonight's stream.
Yeah, so basically, I have a San Antonio background for going on here 30 years, born and raised, and have an entrepreneurial background, philanthropist background as well. All about truth and, just wanting to give back to the community and show my purpose. And, this information I feel like is a great way to do that. And yeah, so just started making YouTube videos just this past year. That was one of my goals, was to be more proactive on this realm of the work. And with that being said, we can get into the presentation here soon, right?
Yeah, I was curious, how did you and I connect exactly? I mean, was it just a DM and we just hit it off, or because I know that
believe I found
you and
on
Myron.
Instagram.
Okay, yeah, because I know that you and
Originally.
Myron have your own connection as well, and like it's just so beautiful how like as more connections happen, we kind of all help each other find each other.
Exactly. Yeah, I believe I did see a lot of your work on Instagram before, you had got into YouTube. And then what kind of like circled me back around to your work was, you collaborating with Decoding with Cody and Rambo. And
I think that's how I
that
found you. Was Decoding with Cody has shouted you out several times.
yes.
In my collabs with him. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I've seen your work like through passing, right? And Cody many times has shouted you out. So it's very cool. And then, Myron found me through Cody, and just, I'm so thankful for all these types of collabs. So
Yeah, definitely that one that I called into your show
yes,
regarding the Charles, and which bring us to to this whole presentation about Greg Charles Popovich. And yeah, man, super thankful for how everything aligned.
100%. So Chase, let's dive right into it, brother. I'll take the wheel here, but you're my navigation. So you just let me know when you want me to move on to the next slide.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So today's topic, is regarding Greg Charles Popovich, or as the title says, Popeovich. He's the head pope of basketball, as I like to say. Even kind of looks like one. And as you see, it has the end of an era right there below everything because he had recently retired. And I chose to put those three numbers 77, 214, and 128. Three highly symbolic numbers that, that stood out to me. And that picture right there to the right is actually Greg Popovich in his 2014, which was his most previous NBA Finals. He had won, beating the Miami Heat 4-1, which is also another huge number. And this was honestly such a fitting day to go about this. It's the last day of Capricorn as we head into the age of Aquarius next, starting tomorrow. And also, 19/1, San Antonio, Texas equals 191. But you can also write it 1/19, and that's the 88th composite. It's like how San Antonio, Texas equals that as well.
What a
So,
perfect day for us to be doing this stream, huh?
for real, yeah. Yeah. And yeah, so that's basically a little breakthrough for the about what we're about to get into. You can go on to the next slide.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So I highly recommend that, y'all eventually go check out these two first presentations that I have done for my YouTube channel that kind of will bring everything much more together in full circle. It just goes over the whole 214 code and the 77 code, which is like literally the two numbers that are in the title.
And Golden, really quick, I just pinned my own comment here in the chat. This is, I remember I was subscribed to you after you called in to Eye to Eye several weeks ago at this point, but I just want to make sure that I got this right, just so anybody else watching right now can give you a subscribe as well. I just want to double check the spelling. We good there?
Correct. That is correct.
Okay, perfect. So you guys, it's pinned right below.
For the Instagram and YouTube.
Beautiful. Makes it simple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so check those videos out. And you can go on to the third side, please. Sweet. Yeah, so who is Greg Charles Popovich, aka Coach Pop? He is the San Antonio Spurs, or was the San Antonio Spurs head coach for 29 seasons. Therefore, started in 96 to his last season, which was last year in 2025. His birthday is actually this month on the 28th, 1/28, as he was going to turn 77 years old. With that being said, him being born January 28th, he's in Aquarius. So Aquarius is an air sign, and he's known for attending the Air Force Academy. And
that's a little creepy, just with everything that happened last year. I mean, my God, man, we were in the year of plane crashes and helicopter crashes and planes crashing on cars and all kinds of stuff. And Myron, just this 128 connection, man. You two of all people, Cody too. Man, you guys have really enlightened me on this 128 connection. So this just reminds me of my last show with you, Myron, about Doomsday and 128 and the Golden Gate and all that stuff. So yeah, I just want to throw that out there.
Also, 128 is the 96 composite, which goes back to Greg Popovich starting his head coach position in the year 96. Right. You can go on to the next slide, please. So what does Popovich even mean? So when we break down the word Popovich, uh, it's a Slavic term which means priest. Pop means priest. Therefore, the suffix ovich means son of. Therefore, Popovich literally translates to son of the priest. And
Jeez Louise,
historically,
man. Wow.
historically, this name was common because unlike Catholic priests, Orthodox priests were allowed to marry and have families. The children often took the name to indicate their lineage. So this is going to tie in a lot with King James because his son King Charles is a huge piece to this as well. And then Popovich literally means son of, which we can go on to the next slide.
That's funny too, because LeBron, is now playing with his son.
Mm. Yeah, and then Popovich and has major history with LeBron and King James. His first NBA Finals was in 2007 against LeBron.
Yeah, whoop that ass.
Yep, 4-0. Crazy time, man. We have a lot more to say about that too. So it was end of an era that occurred on 5/2, May 2nd. All right, May 2nd is the 122nd day of the year. San Antonio equates to in gematria 122. All right, so 5/2 resembles 52, just like how we're on a 52-week calendar. And Pope equates to, as AJ is circling, 52. And you can also write the date 5/2/25, just like how Pope also equals 25. Just like I had mentioned,
Perfect day.
yep. And then it's literally the calendar we're on is named after Pope Gregory, and it was the same day as Coach Pop retired.
Greg
Coach
Pope.
Gregory, yep, Gregg Popovich, and retires on the day 5/2, and that's also the release date of the King James Bible that came out in the year 1611.
That's right. I forgot about that one. Yeah.
5/2.
Oh my God, man. This is all happening right around the same time of what you and Myron have been talking about with the whole 1611, right? King James Bible, passing Robert Parrish. It's all biblical.
Mm. Yeah,
Wow.
Robert Francis Prevost, the first American Pope.
I always thought it was interesting. Prevost, like to me, sounds a lot like Provo, Utah, where Charles Kirk
Is it
was
Prevost?
reportedly.
Is it Prevost? Usually, whenever I've seen people with that, the way it's spelled, it's Prevost or Prevost.
Oh no, I'm talking about Provo, Utah,
Oh, okay.
or Orem, Utah, right? Like if you do some research on just like where this shooting happened with Charles Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it says Provo, sometimes it says Orem, but either way, I mean,
Mm.
Provo, home of
Yeah.
BYU, big Mormon state, let alone community. It just Prevost, Provo. I always thought that was very close.
Yes, I see what you mean. The wordplay for sure.
Yeah,
Yes. You can go on to the next slide, please.
cool.
Sweet. So what also had happened on that day, May 2nd, 2025, was we get the Instagram post from the White House and President Trump, which was an AI image of him portraying himself of being the Pope 322 days into his age. And Donald J. Trump in the Sumerian cipher equates to 888, as does Gregg Popovich equals 888. Pope equals 52 and 25, just like how the date kind of resembles, the abbreviated date 5/2/25. Well, when you add up 52 and 25, you get 77. Coach Pop equals 77.
Wow.
All right. So the Pop, the King, and then Pop the Pope. So Gregg Charles Popovich, he's from East Chicago, Indiana, which isn't too far from Chicago, Illinois. Well, 6 days later, after we get the news of Gregg Popovich retiring, we get the news of the first American Pope on 5/8.
How am I forgetting about all this, dude? Wow.
And
Yeah,
that's
I remember him being from
Mhm.
East Chicago, but like with everything I'm like, dude, it was right there the whole time. Oh my god, dude.
Exactly. That's all. And
Wow.
then 6 days later, on the 128th day of the year, we get the first American Pope on 5/8. Well, San Antonio equates to 58. So that's just Pope Leo XIV. And also, the cherry on the top, Gregg Popovich, Coach Pop from East Chicago, Indiana. Well, that's only minutes away from Gary, Indiana, home of the king of pop, Michael Jackson, whose address was 2300 Jackson Street when, MJ equals 23, and the 13th letter, J the 10th. And not too far from, Mr. Michael Jordan, the other MJ. So all very close together. You can go on to the next one. And to emphasize more on the Pope connection, Gregg Popovich has been, very influential. Excuse me. Had a high influence, on all these other coaches and youngins. So Mark Pope is one of his, mentees out of Kentucky. The Wildcat Kentuckies. Yes, he's the coach there right now. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
really quick, you and I talked about this offline the other night, just going back to
Mhm.
those 77s, how Greg is spelt with two G's at the end,
Yes, exactly.
G, the seventh letter. So it's almost like his name numerically also has that 77 at the end. Technically has three sevens in his first name, but that GG
Oh
always,
wow,
G
that has
R
a.
E G G.
It's funny you mentioned that because in one of my previous videos, I believe it's a 77 code. Yes, I mentioned how Pope Leo is 70, and then the Superior General is 77. So you get your 777. So that's a great find right there, honestly.
Yeah.
And it has a lot to do with George Gervin too. GG. And I
Hmm.
need I have a whole nother presentation, about him, the Iceman.
It's
LeBron
another.
James.
It's a GP. I just thought of this. Gary Payton, the glove. Gary, Indiana, GP. I don't know.
Mm.
Kind of out of left field, but you
Yeah,
just talked about
remember
Gary.
LeBron James was wearing a George Gervin jersey way back.
Hmm.
There was a viral photo of him wearing that, and
The Iceman. The
yes,
Iceman, right?
Drake's. Yes, George Gervin, the Iceman, GG 77.
Oh my
Drake's
God,
about to
dude.
drop a new movie. I mean, a new album called Iceman.
Yeah. Caleb
So,
Williams is called the Iceman
no
out of
way.
Chicago. Yeah. Caleb
Oh,
Williams. I mean, the
George
Bears
Gervin
aren't.
literally played in Chicago too. Damn, it's all coming together. So like, it's all
Remember
coming.
the Spurs were sponsored by Frost Bank.
Yeah.
So there's that whole ice connection there too.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a great one right there. Yeah. Also, Mark.
Myron, you got anything you want to add into this right now? I see you
I
smiling, laughing
look
over here.
because I have been waiting for this presentation for so long, so I'm taking it all in. I can't even hold back the smile because what you guys are putting together is exactly what I expected. So I'm enjoying the show right now, man.
Yeah, man. It makes a lot of sense, man. You have that Chicago connection in you, AJ. So like, great. Yeah, great connections, man. And Mark Pope's birthday is also on 9/11 when Papa
Of course
when
it is.
Popovich won his first championship, with the Twin Towers defeating New York prior to 9/11.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good one.
Yeah, so
Jeez
that's
Louise.
it. Mark Pope out of, Kentucky under the Greg Popovich tree. So Coach Greg Popovich Day. The first ever Greg Popovich Day will take place January 28th on his 77th birthday. Well, if we go back to October 15, 2025, that's when the city officially approved. Okay, so 10/15, kind of like 115. Well, Greg Charles Popovich equals 115. Pope Leo had also received a pale white horse that day, and I'm so glad, I tuned into Decoding with Cody's channel the other day, and I'm glad I did. And like, I was trying to gather a lot more information, leading up to this presentation, and he reminded me how the Gregorian calendar also took place on this day. So it's always going back to the calendar from his retirement and to them announcing the first ever Greg Popovich Day on his 77th birthday. Like,
So,
okay,
oh, hold on really quick. So
yeah.
you're saying that the Gregorian calendar was officially implemented on January 28th?
No, on 10/15, the day they announced the first ever Greg Popovich Day on his
Got it. Okay.
77th birthday. Yes.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
All right. So he retired at age. Okay, I wasn't finished. He
No, we're good.
retired at age 76. Therefore, he was in the 77th year of his life. All right. So 29 seasons and retired in the 77th year of his life. Well, 9/11, the death toll was 2977. First ever championship against New York's defeating the Twin Towers. I mean, defeating New York with the Twin Towers, Tim Duncan and David Robinson. Man.
Wow.
And also Rick Brunson, Jalen Brunson's dad was on that New York Knicks team too as a reserve guard. As his son, is on the New York Knicks right now, who wears number 11, and his dad wore number 9, kind of like today's date. Yeah, well, anyways, you get your 9/11 right then and there. The father son connection.
As a quick pause, I think maybe I mentioned this to you when you had called into Eye to Eye several weeks ago, but like the Spurs and Greg Popovich, probably 3 years ago now, and I forwarded this to you, Myron. I was able to find that post I did where Greg Popovich in his regular season career, he didn't end his season with this number, but there were a
Hmm.
lot of people in the community that were keeping an eye on that the Spurs or that Greg Popovich specifically could become
Hmm.
um, 13, 18, and 666 all time with the Spurs. And that's exactly
Mm.
what happened. And it happened in San Francisco against the Warriors. It was another year where the Spurs were not very good. I don't even know if they had Wemby
Yeah.
yet. It might have been the
Nah.
first year they had him or something like that. But yeah, he became 13, 18, and 666 after like a 8-game winning streak, upsetting the Warriors in Golden State. So I
Huge
just
mark
wanted
of the
to throw
beast
that out
riddle right
there.
there.
The
Yeah,
biggest one I've ever seen, if I'm being
for
honest.
real. Yeah, because originally 616 was the original
Hmm.
mark of the beast, as they say. 6 plus
Yep.
1 plus 6 is 13, and then
Yep.
666 is 18.
Hmm.
And then the whole revelation 13, 18.
I mean, what a perfect
Wow.
location, home of the Church of Satan. You
Yep.
know, um,
Yep.
yeah, people were really
Damn.
capitalizing on that like 8-game winning streak. They were like, "Oh my God, if they pull this off, it could happen in Golden State," and that's exactly what happened. So I just want to throw that in there.
Yeah, huge part of this presentation too. Next slide. Yeah, so 1/28. Why 128? Why does it matter? Well, first of all, bridge collapse in gematria equates to 128. Well, let's go back to what happened March 26, 2024, the day after my birthday. It was a leap year that day, so therefore it was the 86th day of the year. What the 86 code to get rid of the Francis Scott Key Bridge just happened to collapse at 1:28 a.m. So 3/26. Gregg Charles Popovich equates to 326. Well, remember his birthday is 1/28, just like how the bridge would collapse at 1:28 a.m. So right there alone, we have the connection with Gregg Popovich as like the Pontifex Maximus, which was, essentially the greatest bridge builder of basketball. That's how I kind of see it.
Hmm. It almost
Um,
makes me think of Kawhi Leonard too, like the claw, and kind of like when you're building. I don't know, maybe I'm totally reaching here, but like just
mhm.
picking and moving and building parts. The other thing, the Francis, right? Pope Francis exits the world stage. Now you got Pope Leo, everything you're talking about with the popes. Wow, dude.
Yeah,
Wow.
so Gregg Charles Popovich equals 326, just like how March 26th can be written 3/26, and the bridge would eventually collapse at 1:28 a.m. as Gregg Popovich has that 1/28 birthday to go with the bridge collapse that equates to 1:28. It's just um crazy to digest. But it goes on to the next slide, which was one thing that stood out to me right away when I saw this. I made sure to like save it, for um in the near future, and then lo and behold, the bridge would eventually collapse because the Spurs had posted this Instagram post March 9th, 2024. So this is 17 days prior to when the Francis Scott Key Bridge would even go down. Uh,
This is a creepy photo, dude.
it
Like,
really, yeah, like if you
this
go
is
in the
creepy,
comments,
man.
if you go in the comment section of that photo right there, you see some people like even saying, "So is this like going to be like an inside job that's about to happen on the Golden Gate Bridge?" Confirmed.
Dude, this photo gives me the chills. if I'm being
Yeah,
honest with
so
you.
my Instagram captions right there, it says the San Antonio Spurs and I Adam account posted this 3/9/2024. I know it's the Golden Gate Bridge, but it's predictive programming at its finest. Could the Golden Gate Bridge be at risk in the near future? And Gregg Popovich, he has history with the Golden State Warriors as he was an assistant coach there in the Bay prior to taking on the head coach position in San Antonio. He did start his coaching career in '88, like how 119 is the 88th composite. San Antonio, Texas equals 88, going back to today's date, 1/19. And that's about it.
What
Yeah.
why did you hashtag Maryland? Did I
Oh,
miss
yeah.
something there?
I did that because it was the Maryland and Brooklyn Bridge. I mean, excuse me, not the Brooklyn Bridge, the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Maryland that was
Oh,
actually
right, right,
affected.
right. Right,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
And Golden didn't did what you said Francis Scott Key died on 128 too, also, right?
No, he died on 111 actually.
Oh, 111. Okay, that's what. Okay, that was the
Yes.
111 thing. Okay,
Yeah, that's part of the presentation. I'm glad you brought that up. I believe it's towards the end because it kind of
okay,
goes, yeah.
okay.
Shout out to Mr. S though too. Just this is a great comment here. The spur hooks onto the horse, right? And we're about to enter the year of the horse. So
That Red Fire Horse, yeah. Revelation
yeah.
chapter 6. Spurs are trying to win their sixth championship.
Hmm.
Oh yes, and to go on back to that for the Francis Scott Key Bridge, 6 people had passed away when it collapsed. Just like how the Spurs are trying to win their sixth championship.
Hmm.
So yes, it says there, yeah, 6 deaths. Then more 128 connections. So who's the successor of Gregg Charles Popovich? And because those are some pretty big shoes to fill, if you ask me. And it's Coach Mitch Johnson out of Seattle. His dad actually had played for the Seattle Supersonics. We'll
Hmm.
remember
Going back to
the
Gary.
Yeah, I'm sure like he has a lot of history with freaking Gary Payton. You know, I could just only imagine if they bring the Seattle Supersonics back, the rituals they're gonna be doing with freaking Mitch Johnson in Seattle.
Well, what's creepy too, when we're talking about the ice connection too, like Gary Payton, aka the glove. I mean, what do you
Ooh,
do? What do you do when it's freezing? You put your gloves on, don't you?
and get this, yeah, AJ, I know you saw my story on Instagram, but when the Spurs had played the Timberwolves this Saturday, they had sent down the refugees to San Antonio Detention Center.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, I was like, come on now.
Wow, dude.
Anthony Edwards drops 55 points, to go on with the Timberwolves equaling 55.
Yep.
But yeah, back to the presentation. Mitch Johnson in Jewish cipher equates to 1028, which kind of resembles, 128. Well, that's a highly symbolic number dating back to 9/11 because the first tower would get hit at 8:46 a.m. and then 102 minutes later at 10:28 a.m. it would eventually collapse.
That's crazy to think about too, because didn't they say that the attacks lasted 102 minutes? So I never knew that, Chase. That's an interest. That's like a double 102 right there.
Yeah, it's kind of an anagram too of the San Antonio area code 210.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that infamous 201.
Yeah, and then I believe it was Donald Trump's he was on the 102nd floor as well, his insurance company.
Shocker.
Yeah. And then shout out to freaking Myron for this one because he helped me put together this part. Irving Morrow, the architect behind the Golden Gate Bridge in 10/28. So he's known for being the architect behind the Golden Gate who would die on 10/28/52 at age 68.
And they got a statue of him right next to the Golden Gate, standing in between two pillars. Are you serious?
Wow.
Are you serious? What?
Damn, I never been. I'm low key trying to go there before this thing happens. But
Oh my God, dude. Look, like the two pillars of the Golden Gate. We talked about that with Rambo last week, just with his
goodness
observations
on it.
about the twin pillars. I mean, it's
Mm,
on the Golden Gate, and then you got
yeah.
Irving Morrow standing in between two pillars. What the? Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, I mean, 68, huge number with 9/11 dating back to the construction of the towers beginning on 6/8/68, the sixth day of the eighth month.
Hmm.
Uh, it's also interesting that's in the time of Leo, and now we're in the time of Pope Leo as well. And the 52 kind of sticks out a lot too to me because it all goes back to that date 5/2 when we get the news of Pop retiring. Also, the 122nd day of the year because San Francisco equals 122 as well as the satanic. And yeah, so shout out Myron for that one. You can go on to the next slide, please.
Hold on, really quick. I for
Yeah,
some
for
reason,
sure.
these ice themes can't get away from me now because Irving's middle name is Foster. Have you guys ever heard of a Foster's freeze?
Oh yeah, like Frosty. Yeah.
I believe Foster's freeze is from California. Myron, maybe you could help me out with that one, but like I just see
Yeah,
Foster.
they're still out here. They're definitely still out here.
That is creepy, dude. I
They're
want to
still
shout
out
out.
here.
I want to shout out Sean, Widow's son. What's up, man?
Oh shoot.
He says here, Gregg Popovich as Brown. I'm not sure if that's a typo, but 5,867 days after construction began of the Golden Gate Bridge, GGB. 5867 is the 772nd prime,
Wow.
GGB 772. He meant to say born, by the way. So Gregg Popovich was born 5,867 days after the construction of the Golden Gate Bridge. GGB.
Wow. Okay, I see now. Yeah.
Thank you, Sean. That's it. Brilliant as always, bro.
Yeah, for real. 5,867. All right, so it brings us to this slide right here. Coach Pop's 77th birthday and the 128 connection, leading up to the 2026 NBA Finals. All right, so like we said, the first ever Gregg Popovich Day will take place this month, 1/28. Well, if you fast forward 128 days later, it is game one of the NBA Finals, which is June 4th, 2026. The 155th day of the year, which is also the day leaving 210 days left in the year. In San Antonio is the 210 area code. They even have a countdown lineup where it involves Stephon Castle, number 5, De'Aaron Fox, number 4, Keldon Johnson, number 3, and then number 2, Dylan Harper, and then number 1, Victor Wembanyama. Countdown City. And the date 6/4 stands out to me. You could also write it 4/6 when you add 20 plus 26, it's 46. Watch out, Joe Biden. He's 83 years old too. So I have a feeling they're going to tie something in here, with Popovich, Biden. It's all going to come full circle. It's just like we can only put certain pieces in together, at a time. But yeah, 128 days later from Pop's 1/28 birthday is game one of the NBA Finals.
I'm speechless, dude. Wow. That 210 days left remaining, that really stands out to me too. It's like, oh my God.
It's
This
it's
the
almost
year?
like
Is Wemby gonna make his first finals appearance, you think, this year?
I mean, he's age 22. Basketball equals 22. Duncan won his first championship at 22. He's also Duncan will turn, age 50, going into the NBA Finals because right now he's 49, which is the 7 square, 7 times 7. Popovich, going to be 77 here soon. We're just days away from it. Literally, like almost less than a week, 8 days, you could just say basically already. Technically, the first day of Aquarius.
If that happens, it wouldn't surprise me if Wemby and the Spurs somehow find themselves going up against the Lakers and Luka, who used to be a horse. You know what I mean? It could be that kind of a horse matchup.
Chase, I have something for you for your 77s, bro.
Yeah, bro, go for it.
So there were two like engineers that worked together. It was Irving Morrow. The other one, guess what his name is? His name is Charles Ellis. So Charles Ellis is the other engineer for the Golden Gate Bridge. But get this, he passed away in 1949. So that's 77 years ago.
Wow, yeah, and the
Yeah.
Pop, that's the year Pop was born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So he passed. Charles Ellis, another Golden Gate Bridge engineer. He passed away August 22nd. So not 77 years yet, but August 22nd, he'll have passed 77 years ago.
So yeah, get this to go on more with the 77. So the Spurs, they first play when they came to San Antonio after leaving Dallas, because originally they were the Dallas Chaparrals, and they're actually in their 50th season as an organization being in San Antonio. Kind of goes with the old 50 thing that I've been noticing, because if you go back in the beginning of the season, Spurs had their best franchise start, which was starting off 5-0, which is kind of very like surprising to me. After like all these years, like you would think it was like, oh yeah, because I guess growing up, Spurs have literally been good all my whole life because Duncan was drafted the same year I was born. But 5-0 start against the Miami Heat, which was the team they won their 5th championship against. And like we said, 50th season in San Antonio. Duncan is about to turn 50 years old. When you add up the big three of the San Antonio Spurs, which was Tim, Tony, and Manu, Duncan 21, Parker number 9, that's 30, and then Ginobili 20, that's 50. Yeah, huge year. I mean, prior to the big three, it was just Tim Duncan, number 21, and number 50, David Robinson. So yeah, the number 50 is actually a huge number going forward. And that's kind of funny. That was the one basketball number I chose for high school. Was number 50. And
Awake just mentioned that Indiana did end up.
oh wow.
You guys,
Yeah, that's
they
where
scored
Pops from
27
Indiana.
points. They
Oh
scored
wow.
27 points. What are we talking about offline?
Damn. Dude, yeah, you called it, bro.
Well, it wasn't me. Shout out to who
Yeah,
was in my Patreon before the game earlier this morning. They pointed out that if Indiana were to score exactly 27 points, they would end the season with exactly 666 total points scored this entire season, including playoffs. So add that one to the list.
wow.
And hey, shout out to you, Chase. I mean, Gregg Popovich was born in Indiana, wasn't he?
Yeah,
So just add that to the list, you know. Wow, I can't believe they scored exactly 27. Oh my god, dude.
That's crazy.
Oh my god. Wow. I'm sorry, I didn't want to get us too off topic.
No, that was on topic for sure.
Jeez Louise, man. And just think about the matchup, right? Miami, you were just mentioning the Miami Heat.
Oh wow.
You know, think about when LeBron went to Miami, you know, and then loses to the horse and then later loses to the other horse team. Shout out to you, Myron.
It's a 305 area code, which was basically 35. You know, Pope Leo born 14/9, which is the 35th prime. Catholic equals 35. So yeah, it's all coming together, you know.
Unbelievable. I'm gonna have to screenshot the chat, whoever called that one. That one's crazy. I mean, come on.
That's some great content.
Exactly 27 points. The odds of calling something like that is
I
ridiculous.
mean, what does ritual equal? 27.
Yes, sir. Wow.
Ritual completed.
No kidding.
Yes, sir. All right. Gregg Popovich, the tree of life. Yeah, so he's basically known for having coaches under him, eventually going off to their own NBA team. And
It's 10:28 right now, by the way.
wow, that's crazy. You know, basically everyone who branches off from the Gregg Popovich tree tends to do pretty well, I'd say, for the most part, whether they're a player coach or just like on the coaching staff. Mike Budenholzer, you know, he won the championship with the Milwaukee Bucks. And then you have here, as you see, the topic of the slide, Coach Steve Kerr, who's also played for the San Antonio Spurs. He won his two previous championships with them in 2003 and 1999. Well, his two previous jersey numbers were 25 and 4. Well, this should, you know, ring a bell because 9/11 happened on the 254th day of the year. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see that, but you know, when you put the numbers together, it's 25 and 4. Steve Kerr, you know, the head coach out there in San Francisco, where we think, you know, it's going to be that next like 254th day, kind of like. Yeah, Steve Kerr, you know, teammates with Michael Jordan, some more Chicago connections as well. Yeah, you know.
Mike Brown. I see
Yeah,
Mike Brown.
Oh
Mike
my
Brown is a
God.
joke.
Dude, so get this. I actually, yeah, I went to school with Mike Brown's nephew.
Oh wow.
Yep. Grew up with him. And he looks like exactly like him too, which is crazy with the glasses and everything. I mean, Mike Brown has history with San Antonio. He won a few championships. I believe the 03 and 07. Yeah,
He
Mike
just he
Brown.
just stands out to me because it just blows my mind he still is coaching in the NBA. I mean, what has he done, seriously? I mean, you said he won as an assistant coach. Like,
Yeah,
what
under
has he
the
done as a head coach? Nothing.
he's also, has history with the Golden State Warriors as well. Mike
Mhm.
Brown. Yeah.
Yep.
There we go, Lauren. As you brought up earlier, Francis Scott Key. We had recently approached the 183rd death anniversary of Francis Scott Key in 18. She obviously died here, as it says here on the screen, January 11th, 1843. 183rd death anniversary. Well, that kind of resembles the date 18/3, which is March 18th, the 77th day of the year. And his death date, resembles 111, January 11th. Well, 9/11 is the 254th day of the year, the day leaving 111 days left in the year.
And September 11th and World Trade Center both equal 77 in Pythagorean.
Yes, exactly.
Makes you think about the
Yes.
77-foot Pentagon gets hit, by flight AA. Was it AA 77 or AA 11? 77 minutes
I
after
think
takeoff.
A11 because it was the 111, I believe.
Yeah, just anytime I think of 77, I think of September 11th written out as words is 77, just like World Trade Center.
Yeah, and like I had mentioned before, I actually went. The only basketball game I ever went to, well, the first one I ever went to was against the Washington Wizards and Spurs, and the last one I ever went to was against the Washington Wizards. And Victor Wembanyama just so happened to drop his career high at 50 points against the team located out in the 77th Meridian, home of the capital of 50 states. He drops 50 points. So, that number 50 is huge. Kind of goes back to, the Spurs being in their 50th season and here in San Antonio having their best start to 5-0, like which resembles 50. So yeah, everything is looking like, San Antonio could have themselves a good playoff run here soon.
Well, just my opinion. If the Spurs find themselves in the finals, Gregg Popovich better be looking out.
Yes. I mean, yeah, like they're still having to go out to these games. I had saw a post that he was at the Milwaukee Bucks game, and man, he did not look like he just looked out of it. It's just like, damn, I'm surprised they're like rolling him out there right now.
Wow. Well, Chase, this was a phenomenal presentation. Seriously, you really got me
Yeah.
thinking more about the Spurs and what's going to happen with Gregg Popovich. Because, yeah, the last time I even saw like a photo of him or something, I was like, "Oh man, he's going down quick."
Yeah.
And yeah, with how iconic he is, right? It's like things are coming for sure.
For sure. And then like I had mentioned, the Spurs when they first came into San Antonio, they played in the Freeman Coliseum, which is literally right next to the Frost Bank Center. And it's Gregg Charles Popovich. Freeman means Charles. They finished the construction on 10/19, kind of like 119 in 1949. And it was exactly 8 months and 3 weeks from his birthday to the finishing construction of the Freeman Coliseum. The whole murder equals 83.
Yeah, and don't forget about Charles Kirk wearing the Freedom shirt.
Wow, yes. Damn.
You know.
The Freeman Coliseum Freedom, yeah.
Yep.
It's all one big giant circus.
Yeah, no kidding. No, that was once again a phenomenal presentation. You've connected a lot of dots for me that was like, wow, that it really is this simple, and it's been right in front of my face this whole time. So I'm just going to reiterate to everybody, you guys, Golden Age Deception. You guys can find him on both Instagram and on YouTube. Thank you again, brother, for putting this presentation together, because it's been mind blowing. Was there anything else that you wanted to touch on, or anything before I pass things off to Myron?
Um, I guess for now, you could pass it off to Myron. If anything comes to my mind, based off
Chase,
his presentation, I would love to chime in. Yeah, let's go,
Chase,
brother.
you where's Greg Popovich from?
He's from East Chicago, Indiana.
East Chicago, Indiana. Okay, he's from Indiana.
Yeah.
The architect, Charles Ellis for the Golden Gate Bridge. It says he died, but he died in Illinois. So like where
Mm,
the current Pope is from. So it'll be
exactly. Yeah.
70. Yeah, it'll be 77 years since Charles Ellis's death, and he died in Illinois. And now we have the new
Mm,
Pope. So that I'm sure if you look into him, you'll find a lot of connections with that as well.
yeah. Illinois is the 21st state.
Mm.
I remember freaking, when I was out there in Chicago, I was literally pulled up the Pope's address and it says 21 minutes away. And I was like, oh shit, 21 minutes away in the 21st state from the first American Pope.
Spurs 21 too, right? Did
Yeah,
you say that?
Spurs equals 21. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Unreal, man. But yeah, no, awesome job, Chase. Seriously, I very much look forward to the next one, as long as
Yeah, I mean, I
you'll
want to
have
do
me.
more research about, George Gervin and Project Marvel because, like I had mentioned, LeBron James was spotted years ago in a George Gervin jersey, and I'm sure like things are going to make a lot more sense. Coming his career's coming to an end. George Gervin, you know, should be watching out. Like Project Marvel equals 193, and that's the 44th prime. The newscast who was announcing Project Marvel was literally wearing a George Gervin jersey. And
Oh, oh,
yeah,
really? I didn't. Oh,
yeah. I would have
oh.
to go back and find it, but that stood out to me right away. Product Marvel equals 193, the 44th prime. All these George Gervin connections going on with the Iceman album with Drake.
Yeah, all the ice stuff. Yeah, I mean, come
Yeah,
on, that's
it,
almost too perfect. Like
it's gonna
George
make more.
Gervin to
Yeah,
go out.
yeah,
Mm,
exactly. With all these ice raids going on, the Iceman, and then Ice Tray getting traded, Drake's Iceman album. It's just the Frostbank Center, like you had said. Mm.
yeah, dude,
Like that's a
that's too bad.
presentation in the future.
Yeah, for sure. I was just gonna say that's too bad because, like, it's not like I know George Gervin myself, but like he always seemed like such a sweet guy, and you gotta love his
Yeah,
beautiful, beautiful finger roll. Like, yeah,
it
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 just,
made
oh
sense to
man.
me too because it's like, why are all these pictures like Kevin Durant, DeMar DeRozan, and all these prominent superstars taking pictures with George Gervin now?
Mm,
Like it's just
mm,
like that. You just don't do that. I mean, after all these years of seeing him, affiliated in the league, it's just like something's up.
yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, that's about it. My state is yours.
Well, thank you again, Chase. Seriously, um, Myron, I'm gonna hand things off to you, man.
All right, man. Shout out Golden Age, man. Like I can't stress enough, man. I learned so much from him, and like the numbers, like I said, I connect stuff like more puzzle pieces and riddles, but the numbers, he knows everything. Like the prime numbers, the composites, it flows so freely, man. Awesome job, Golden.
I appreciate you, man. I don't know everything, but I'm absorbing and always learning every day. And I'm thankful to have guys like you and AJ by my side.
Most definitely.
Yeah, no, you guys both make me better and inspire me to keep looking and keep building. So, um,
Mhm.
yeah.
George Gervin's spouse last name is King.
Oh, come on.
Joyce King. He's married to someone named Joyce King.
Mm,
it
yeah. It really is right in front of you.
is right there, man. You can't turn it off once you see it.
Oh man, even if you want to.
Yeah, it's like they live. It's just once you see it, that's it.
You either put on these glasses or you go eat that trash can. But yeah, no, I guess for me to set the stage here, Myron, I don't know if you were familiar or knew about ASAP Rocky's latest video, Helicopter. Of course, immediately I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? The year 26, Helicopter by ASAP Rocky's coming out. Kobe Bryant dying in a helicopter.
26
on the 26th day of the year, Brian equals 26, all that stuff. But for those that don't know, my brother, yes, my blood brother, made that video. I love him to death, but it just kind of goes to show the two completely different paths that we're on. You know what I mean? So like he's rubbing elbows with people that I never would. Quite frankly, I would be kind of terrified to do that. But it's just so bizarre because now what we're going to do is we're going to expose a bit about this particular music video. And Myron's already done all the homework, and we're just going to kind of read through it. But yeah, it's just so weird coming from somebody in my own family that made it. And he's very talented. If you guys haven't seen it, he's really good at what he does. Let's just say that. But it's like, doesn't sit well with me. But anyway, so I was just gonna say that before we dive in.
Yeah, man.
Great organic side.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right.
Dumb album, like, come on.
Yeah. So I remember when you were texting me, when you showed it to me, I'm like, man, ASAP Rocky is going to. You said your brother was going to SNL with him, right?
Yeah. He was featured on SNL. He was.
Yeah, so the his I guess ASAP Rocky's tribute, because I think SNL is on Saturday nights, but Sunday is the tribute that he did. I guess I'll talk more about it as I go through the slide. But yesterday was like Yams Day because that's the death anniversary of ASAP Yam. So we'll get into that. But this is my what I caught from the helicopter video, of course. How could the same way you think of planes when you think of 9/11 helicopter, you automatically go Kobe Bryant. So I did a little bit of research because I thought I would find something. So there was definitely something out there. So this has to do with ASAP Rocky dropping his helicopter video. And the founder, ASAP Rocky, is part of a group. He's not the only ASAP. This is called ASAP Mob. So all the rappers in the group, their name begins with ASAP. But the founder of ASAP Mob, his name was ASAP Yam. So ASAP Rocky is always like paying homage to this guy, ASAP Yams, because he is pretty much the founder and he's a huge influence in ASAP Rocky's success.
I got to say one thing, kind of random, but I think very relevant, because after you sent me what you were finding and whatnot, for some reason, 2 nights ago, I really wanted to watch the movie Goldeneye. You remember that movie?
No, what's that about?
Game? Goldeneye.
What's that about? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, James Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I hadn't seen it forever. For whatever reason, I wanted to watch it. And oh my God, the helicopter themes in that movie.
They're
it makes me think about Golden Age Deception stuff about, well, first of all, his name, but the Golden Gate Bridge, all these things.
Yeah.
And then there was so many helicopter things going on in that movie, right as my brother's, releasing this music video.
Yeah.
It's just so weird, dude. Like,
yeah, man.
But yeah, so I had no idea about ASAP Yams. Once again, I don't know much about this kind of community.
Right. So ASAP Yams, he is the co-founder of ASAP Mob, where ASAP Rocky is from. So immediately what stood out, ASAP Yams is born on November 3rd. That's 113. If you've been following Kobe Bryant since 2020, I know a lot of people in the gematria community started following them because Kobe's death was such a big ritual. But Kobe Bryant, we'll get into his name equaling 113 later. But Kobe Bryant's first basketball game, his NBA debut, was on 113, November 3rd. So he debuts on ASAP Yam's 8th birthday wearing number 8 on 113. So there's a huge connection between ASAP Yams and Kobe Bryant. They both share the 113 connection. And of course, ASAP Yams, who eventually would pass away, dies at age 26. Kobe Bryant ends up passing away on the 26th day of the year. And ASAP Rocky releases in a helicopter crash. And ASAP Rocky releases his single, Helicopter, and for the album Don't Be Dumb. And the Don't Be Dumb song on his album is a tribute to ASAP Yams.
Before I forget, maybe we can curb this for after your presentation. But I've seen lately they're also talking about apparently this, I don't know if it's the album cover or a song on the album, but now he's talking trash on Drake too in this album or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he has a few like subtle bars throughout the album. But he does have one. He said, I can't remember what he said, but he does have a line that pretty much is saying something about Drake and his career also.
And just notice the crash dummy here too.
Yeah.
You know, plane crashes, helicopter crashes. I wonder if we have plenty more coming this year. Guess we'll see.
Right. So ASAP Rocky, he released his single Helicopter, and this was on January 12th. So he released it on January 12th. January 13th, which can be written 113. The talk of the hip hop community was if ASAP Rocky's video, because the video got so much hype after the drop, everybody was calling it AI. So the talk of the world in the hip hop world, I should say, was about ASAP Rocky's Helicopter video. And I just thought that was no coincidence that we're talking about a helicopter video on 113 when Kobe Bryant, who passed in a helicopter crash, his name equals 113. And of course, ASAP Yams, his birthday fell on 113, who pretty much is responsible for a lot of ASAP Rocky's success.
And one of Kobe's championships was against AI.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't his first one, right? I always get it confused.
Yeah, I always say it was his first, but it was his second. Indiana's his first.
Indiana, huh? Interesting. Indiana too. So
yeah.
Well, who just won their championship in football? You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh my God, dude! In the year 26, Indiana. Oh my God, man.
Okay, this is, can you go to, keep going down?
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. We didn't talk about
we didn't it's okay. So this one, so pretty much Kobe's retirement year. You can go to the other one. With that one. Yeah, that's perfect. Connecting the 113s. So 2016, and I don't know where this trend, there's like a social media trend right now, which has people like going back to 2016. I'm not sure how it started, but everyone is like making all these social media posts about the year 2016. But again, I don't think that's a coincidence. But 2016 is the year where ASAP Mob, of course, that's Kobe Bryant's retirement year, but ASAP Mob released their debut album to pay homage to ASAP Yams, because ASAP Yams passed at age 26. And in 2016, they made their debut album, and it's called Cozy Tapes. So Kobe Bryant equals 113. He also equals 41. We know that Kobe passed at age 41 on the 26th day of the year. And we also know his last game against the Utah Jazz. The Utah Jazz equals 113, where he scored 41 points. Also, the Cozy Tapes also equals 113, and it also equals 41. And that was the album which was dedicated to ASAP Yams, who shares the same birthday as Kobe Bryant's NBA debut.
You know what's really creepy too, Myron? You remember that other video I sent you that my brother made? I mean, 10 years ago?
The Justin Bieber one? Yeah.
Yeah. What's it called? It's called Friends.
It is called Friends. And they have a song. Yeah, it's called The Cozy Tapes is Friends, and I believe they have a song on the album called Friends as well. Wow.
Yeah, like I sent that to you prior to even seeing, because just so
Yeah.
you guys know, you guys can find his stories. He saves them on his Instagram page. I will pin the comment here really quick. He got game, ease or threes. And yeah, no, as soon as I saw you post that, I was like, oh my God, I just sent this to you 12 hours prior
Correct. Yes, you
of like the
did.
other stuff that, my brother has
Yeah.
done work with, it just
Yeah.
It was a fire monkey that year in 2016, and it was we got the news of the 17-year-old gorilla Harambe
oh yeah.
out of the 17th state
Mm.
would die in the monkey year. When gorillas are monkeys.
You guys are creeping me out. Would it blow your mind if I told you we called my brother Monkey Boy growing up because he looked like a monkey? I'm not kidding. I wouldn't make this up. Like he just had big ears and I love him to death. Shut up, brother. Unbelievable. Is this order good, by the way?
Yeah. So this is good. So they decided another inverted 113. They released this album in the year Kobe Bryant retired. They released it on Halloween, October 31st. The majority of the world writes the date where the day is first and the month is second. So you get the 311, which is an inverted 113. This is okay. So this is months later. They made a second collaboration album, and this album was being promoted around Kobe Bryant's birthday. So on 8/24, which is known as Mamba Day or Kobe Bryant Day, ASAP Mob had a release party, and of course, New York is 3 hours ahead. So they had a release party on 8/24, which fell into midnight to release their second Cozy Tapes project. So on 8/24, the release date fell on 8/25 in New York, but it was still 8/24 our time in Los Angeles, which was still part of Kobe Bryant Day. So their second project to pay homage to ASAP Yams, who is extremely connected because of the 113. They made their second project right around Kobe Bryant's birthday in 2017. And as Golden Age just mentioned, with the 17, it was a 17-song project, and it debuted in 2017, 2 days after Kobe Bryant's birthday. And here we are. This just to reiterate what I discussed. I put the arrow right there to show like the topic of promotion for the album. That 8/23, that's Kobe Bryant's birthday, and they were promoting the second project for the upcoming Cozy Tapes album. Again, like Kobe Bryant, his 113 connection. If you're following, his debut in the NBA was on 113. ASAP Yams' birthday was 113. So Kobe Bryant debuted at wearing number 8 on ASAP Yams' 8th birthday. ASAP Yams ends up dying at age 26. So he dies at age 26, and they come out with a project dedicated to him on October 31st, which is 311, an inverted 113. And then ASAP Rocky promotes Kobe Bryant dies on the 26th day in a helicopter crash. Now we're in the year 2026, and ASAP Rocky's single is Helicopter, and the talk on 113 of this year was about the helicopter video and if it was real, if it was AI. But the 113s has pretty much been following their connections since 2016, or before that, even Kobe Bryant's debut. But ASAP Rocky has been connected to them since 2016.
For another freeze connection, I just can't get my eyes off of the word cozy. When it's cold, you want to get cozy, don't you? And then like ASAP, right? He's got the dollar sign in his name. And I
Correct.
mean, man, we've been talking about currency themes for a very long time at this point. And the
Correct.
freeze and a freeze of the banks, bank freeze, all that. So I feel like there's another angle on that too.
Correct. And there's definitely symbolism in the don't be dumb. We can dissect that. I'm pretty sure we can find so much to dissect that, but it's right in front of your face. Of you can take the phrase don't be dumb, and in this community, we can go so many different directions with that, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say just the title, "Don't Be Dumb." There's not really anything symbolic about it, in my opinion. I'm telling you,
So,
don't be dumb.
yeah, that's it.
Just don't be dumb.
Just don't be dumb in an age where we're extremely dumbed down.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
yeah,
man.
no kidding. We had one more slide here, and I apologize again. We should have gone through the order before we went live.
Yeah, yeah, it's okay. This was all Golden's show. Like this was my piece was just something I put together today, um, and I just came to hang out. I didn't even know that I was going to have content today, but just sharing this, to reiterate the 113s you can see on the left, his birthday, and then his burial. It shows that he did die on January 18th, which was yesterday, but his burial is actually one day before Kobe's death anniversary. So he is buried
Hmm.
on January 25th. So his death anniversary is one day before Kobe. I mean, his burial anniversary is one day before Kobe's death anniversary. So they're eerily connected through the numbers since Kobe Bryant stepped foot in the NBA court. And now we just have the helicopter symbolism tied to Kobe Bryant and his helicopter crash.
That makes a lot of sense. Like 25/1, like 251, the 26 triangular in the
Hmm.
year 26 now. Brian equals 26. Yeah, it makes a lot more sense why they're releasing it and buried him on that day.
And
Yeah.
what'd you just have in tonight's college football championship? You had the 10 seed versus the 1 seed, 101, the 26 prime, to kick off the year
Oh,
26. You
So
know, and I just
yeah,
think it's
101.
interesting. This guy has is that 109 on his forehead? Is that a
man,
109
109?
I
prime.
was trying to I was trying to see what prominent tattoos he has. I just didn't want to look up his tattoos, but I think that is a 109 on his
Well,
face.
29th prime.
Los Angeles equals 109, even though he's from New York. Okay, so you got your
Right.
109 there. And
How old was
what
he when
date
he
did
died?
what date did Charlie Kirk die?
N/9/10.
Yep.
Yeah, 10 slash
The day
9.
before
Yeah.
9/11. Yep.
Man, dude.
253rd day of the year.
Yeah, this is wild, dude. Yep, January 18th, yesterday.
How old was he?
She died at
26.
age 26.
Age 26. Okay.
Yep.
So of course you
But
have the
yeah.
helicopter tribute to him who died at age
Yeah.
26 in the year 26
Yep.
right now.
And
then,
he
yeah.
died in the debut album, or the tribute album was in 2016. Kobe Bryant retired. He was age 37. And now ASAP Rocky is age 37 currently right now.
Los Angeles 37.
There you go.
It's also the 12th prime, if there's anything to it.
Yeah. And these stars, of course, ASAP, myself, born in 88. These are all celebrities that were born in the year 88. I know we've been covering a lot of 88s lately.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
today's
Pope Francis died at
119.
88.
119 is the 88th composite. Day's date.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, going back to your work, Chase, golden age on the Francis Scott Key Bridge. Well, Pope Francis died at 88 on the Queen's birthday.
Hmm.
My goodness, man.
The 111th day of the year, 111.
There you go. Oh man. Well, I think buckle up, you guys. Buckle up. Pun intended.
Yeah, oh, you know what? If I'm not mistaken, does LeBron James, is he only 26 games away from the record?
Dude,
Let's
that'd
look at
be
it right
major.
now.
Yeah.
He might be 26 games away right now.
Let's look it up. Let's see.
I know
Maybe.
he was 29 not
And-
too 2 days ago. I remember keeping up with the count. It was 29.
Yeah,
But yeah,
okay.
how many games? That was a few days. So he probably is at 27, 26 mark.
How many games has LeBron James played? Oh, played all time, including playoffs, right? Or no,
Regular season
No,
only.
regular
Yeah,
season.
regular
Yeah.
season only.
1586. Because
Like
there's two
asking
dates that
the Google Gemini, they're usually
25.
25. So his okay. I believe when that song or when Helicopter dropped, LeBron was 26 games away from the record. Yep. Yep.
Oh my God, man. What was the other date though? Like I'm sorry, it's totally escaping me. It was 1611, but then it already happened. It already passed. But what was the 15?
That was the 1566?
Yes, yeah. That's what
Yeah,
it was.
yeah, the
1566.
the birth year. The birth year. And the total amount of games Kobe Bryant played in his entire career. 1566.
Dude.
also
Playoff and regular season, 1566 games for Kobe.
we got to keep in mind with the death anniversary to the year he died in. Was it 1625? Right? For King James.
Yeah, I believe it was 1625. Yep.
That could be interesting too. You know,
He
maybe
might, yeah. Yeah, I agree. I would imagine that's the total amount he finishes on, and then he decides to retire after that.
that could be one way too, for sure. But I mean, I wonder who would it be against? Because
It would have to
he'll
be
be.
next season. It would have
Oh,
to
it'd
be
be
next
next season?
season. Huh? I don't think he can reach 1625 this season. I'm not sure how many games are left in the regular season.
Because I know 1611 could possibly happen around March, right?
Yep. Yep.
Around the death date on March 27th.
And
Braun
then
was just in the
April
news today because he didn't, I think, first time in 21 years. We talked about 21 earlier, but first time he's not going to be an all-star starter. I don't know if you guys saw that.
God. Oh,
Spurs equals
goodness.
21.
21.
Also, Myron and I were talking about LeBron's first championship run in 07 against the Spurs. He was going up against guys named Francisco Elson and Jock Vaughn.
Yeah. Yeah. And the guy in Miami, Mario Chalmers, who gave up his number so LeBron could wear number 6. Mario Chalmers' children, his name is Queen. The daughter's name is Queen Elizabeth, and the son's name is Prince something. But like, who in the NBA would name their children like Queen Elizabeth and these plays? But this just happened to be the guy that gave his number up so LeBron could wear number 6. Mario
Number
Chalmers.
16.
It's crazy you say that, Myron, because look at this.
Chalmers.
My Miami Hurricanes football coach, his name's Mario.
Where
LeBron
Miami-
played.
in
LeBron
Miami.
played in Miami with
Yeah,
Mario.
yeah.
And let's not forget about the death of the creator of Super Mario last year. Or you guys remember this?
The Luigi guy, yeah.
Like a weird Super Nintendo thing that keeps going on.
Yeah.
But oh man. Well, that's about all I have to add to your guys' brilliant presentations today. I just want to kind of maybe start landing the plane here, pun intended.
Yeah. Yeah, there
Landing the
was
helicopter.
landing the helicopter.
Yeah.
I someone asked because they always the question always comes up like, well, what does this mean? Like, this is there. It means a lot. I just think everything is connected. Like we're always trying to seek and find information. That I kind of answered the question because I'm like, it just there's always layers because where everyone's connected, everything's connected our existence, no matter what, we're connected. But he asked, even on the topic of responding to him, and you're big on wordplay, AJ, like everything is wordplay. And that's why I was like, well, ASAP Yams, he founded ASAP Mob in 2006. His name he was going by Steve or Stevie. And I was like, you wouldn't know he's connected to the NBA or has riddles, but the 2006 MVP was Steve Nash. So he like you, it just you never know what connections you'll find. Like in Kobe Bryant, they're still talking about him getting a statue in Philadelphia next to Rocky Balboa. So we're talking about ASAP Rocky, and they're like, will Kobe Bryant ever get a statue next to Rocky? So like you're always figuring out like wordplay and finding things. Like I'll send you something and you'll be like, hey, check this word out. What does this word sound like? What is that? So like I said, I'm always learning from you. I'm always learning from Golden. It's just it's endless. I can't even give a definitive answer because it's so many layers to it all.
And yeah, to your point, Myron, shout out to you, Golden, for kind of opening your presentation about how Pop means priest
Yeah,
and Ovich means son of. Like his name literally means son of priest.
Yeah, the King Charles
It's
and the King
yeah,
James,
like
the son.
I think what I love about the wordplay so much is that don't get me wrong, I love the numbers and gematria and all those other layers, but it's like the
yeah,
word like right there. Don't be
yeah,
dumb. It's right there. Look at
Yeah,
it,
it's a
you
great
know?
way to ease into it, for people who aren't so numbers savvy by just like
correct,
simply, you know, putting out the obvious and they have no choice but to put it together.
correct.
Yeah, that's something that Rambo especially and Cody too, of course, but just kind of really teaching me that hey, when you start focusing on the other symbolic, obvious color alignments, all those kinds of things, the numbers will always follow.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Always.
Or
Like the
like,
numbers are there. You don't need to start with the numbers. Just look at the
yeah,
stuff right in front of your face, and then you'll be blown
yeah,
away how perfect it is.
yeah, honestly,
Uh,
the Christian Kirk thing alone was hilarious. Yesterday, Christian Kirk scored the touchdown to make the game
yeah,
10-14, and that's
yeah,
Charlie Kirk's birthday.
yeah,
that's happened twice now, actually,
Yeah,
since Charlie Kirk's death.
the
I
other
think it
one was
was
his death.
Christian. Yeah, it was Christian
Yes.
Kirk's first touchdown scored with the Texans. It became 10-14 as well. I think
man.
it was something like that.
That,
Wow.
that that's
Christian Kirk.
the
It's in my book.
for the football. That's what's scaring me about the Tom Brady thing because Tom Brady getting his statue,
Mm.
um, and we could possibly be looking at another Patriots Rams Super Bowl, and that was the Super Bowl after 9/11.
Uh-huh.
2002 was
Fuck.
the year of the horse year, and that was the year of the horse year that the Broncos didn't make the Super Bowl. They made all the other Super Bowls in the year of the horse and lost, but the 2002 one was the year of the horse year where we had the Rams and the Patriots, and that was Tom Brady, Mr. 9/11. The rest is history about how his career went. But he's from the Bay Area, and the Super Bowl is in the Bay Area this year. So It's I'm like
And
I don't
the
know.
the Brady Bunch too out in San Francisco, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
Oh wow, wow, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yep, the Brady Bunch. They were what was their I have their address. I gotta find the slide. Because I have the Clinton. It's something Clinton way. And remember, so Bill Clinton, he initiated the Brady Bill, and then the
Mm,
following president, the Brady Act, and then the
wow.
following president, George Bush, did the Patriot Act, and Tom Brady hangs out with Bill Clinton and George Bush.
Wow.
So
Bro,
yeah, man. The Clinton is in the Brady Bunch address.
damn. So he's the 42nd president, 60's the 42nd composite.
Yeah.
Super Bowl 60 coming up.
Woo. Yeah, we
Yeah,
might.
I
I
had to
mean,
pull it up. I had to pull it up. 4222 Clinton
there you
Way.
go. There you go.
9/11.
Yeah, 42nd president, Bill Clinton. Clinton 4222 Clinton Way. Bill Clinton passes the Brady Act for gun control, and then George Bush passes the Patriot Act after 9/11, and then we get Tom Brady.
The Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. Oh my
Yeah,
god. Man.
that guy, the Brady Cook, the Jets quarterback, who's from Missouri. That's where the Super Bowl was after 9/11. But Brady Cook, he plays for the Jets, and Tom Brady pretty much came to fame after Drew Bledsoe got hurt playing the Jets. So yeah, yeah.
You've been to San Francisco, right?
No, I have not.
Really?
Wow.
Really?
No, I have not gone there, and I don't know if I want to go.
It's not no
Oh,
Full House over there anymore.
yeah, exactly,
Full
exactly.
house.
Twins, and they were the twins, the Olsen twins.
Uh,
Yeah.
That's pretty funny you brought up Full House. Hold on. Hold on a second. Full House, huh?
Full House. Oh shit! Wow.
Right.
On
There you
119.
go.
Dude, there's something to that 124. That number's been popping up a lot lately. The final score for the cup game was 113 to 124.
Mm,
So could January 24th be a day to look out for? That's 4 days before Pop's birthday. That number is associated with
okay.
death.
Okay.
But yeah, 124. Um,
Yeah, Cody and
do
I
you
have talked about that a bit too, just because, for the last
do you
almost a
click the
year now.
number to see the properties of it?
Yeah. It's also an anagram of Valentine's Day, right? So with all those love things.
Yeah, and 214. So it's the 93rd composite. Spurs equals 93.
Mm,
Yeah. Big New York number.
Mm.
huge New York number.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. Probably the biggest.
they won the cup game with 124 points to 113.
Mm.
Mm. Yep. The Brady Bunch. Look at that. Championship number.
Hey, 59.
Interesting.
Look, I mean, the Super Bowl 59 in the modern era,
Hmm.
the 6-7. Mm.
124.
They said the casting took place in Los Angeles. The
Yep.
filming, yeah,
Dilling Street or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a great point, Myron. I mean, just thinking about right before 9/11, you had the Rams and the Patriots, right? Right before
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Patriot Act and all that stuff.
they were the Super Bowl that followed 9/11. Tom Brady becomes a starter after 9/11, after the Patriot Act, and then he becomes
Mm.
the greatest player, starting with his Super Bowl win against the Rams. And who is the
Wow, bro, little son, that was a great find.
Yeah, look at this.
120. Yeah,
124.
dude, could that be that?
7750 is the 124th try. Thank you, Sean. You're the man,
Wow.
dude. How you
Wow.
do this so fast is crazy.
Wow.
Because 50th season, the 5-0 start. He's gonna turn 77.
Mm.
124 triangular.
Circle. Everything coming full circle.
Most definitely. It's gonna be a big year, man.
Yeah, like I told Myron, the two indications to know like that we're getting closer to this event would be, the news about Greg Popovich and then LeBron James, eclipsing the record and so on. From an NBA standpoint, the Super Bowl 2 is gonna have its role. I mean, she's literally out there in the Bay.
And you AJ, you know scripted reality, right? I don't know his real name, scripted reality.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So he said if the Rams
Yeah.
win their next game, they're gonna go into the Super Bowl with 666 wins.
That's right. Yeah, thank you for bringing that up because
Yeah.
look at this. Los Angeles
Mm,
Rams
we're at with the
record
131
all
mark
time.
talking about this.
Yeah.
Shit, I already put my future in for the
There it
Rams and
is.
Patriots.
There you
There
go.
it is. Yeah, so the Rams are one win away from getting that 666. Let's not forget that the
Oh
Crazy.
yeah, against the boomquake, right? Marshawn Lynch.
Yep. Yep.
yeah, hold on a second. How many points have the Indiana Hoosiers? Yeah, so this isn't updated yet, but look at that. 639 points. Add 27 to that.
Yep. And we got 666.
There's another 666.
Incredible.
Oh, shoot. I didn't share my screen right there. Yeah, so this isn't updated yet, but this was shared earlier today on my Patreon. Not my finding. This was somebody else in the community. They just said, hey, if Indiana scores 27 points tonight, they'll end the season with 666 total points scored this season. And sure enough, Indiana, Miami score 27 points. Yippee!
But they win.
The
They win by
fireworks.
6.
1/6.
Win by 6.
Yeah, there you go.
36. The 6 square. 36. The 666. The 36 triangular.
Yep.
It's like a little
There you go.
And
This is
16 and
sick,
0.
man. This is sick world, man. Just crazy. But yeah, as we land the helicopter here, was there anything else you guys want to talk about? Anything you guys are working on? You guys will find me tomorrow on Eye to Eye with Rambo and Cody, and I'm definitely going to be echoing a handful of the things that we discussed tonight. But
for sure, that this will be a great
Yeah.
one leading up to that.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely interested in more of these Spurs and Pope connection.
Yeah, it's only a
like-
matter of time.
Yeah, man. I already know like the other stuff in sports like catches my eye in the community, but I'm laser focused on the 1611 ritual because I think like that just such a big ritual in the Bible. What's gonna come of that? So my laser focus, like I'm interested in the other finds, but this King James in correlation to the Bible and now like the Pope and things going on, like anything that's of a biblical ritual, I think is going to have a major impact on society. So, yeah.
And also to mention from a astrology point, that's one thing I've kind of been studying a lot more because it definitely ties in Saturn will be entering Aries as well as Uranus, and
Mm.
that cycle occurs every 84 years. You know, if we go back 84 years ago, Pearl Harbor has occurred. 84, this is the 60th composite, and Aries is known for being, the god of war and a ram. The Rams are well on their way to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was something I was thinking about just with what's been going
Yes.
on in Venezuela and, things
Mm-hmm.
are really heating up politically,
Yeah,
you
and the
know?
previous fire horse here in '66, where the upheavals was basically breaking out, mainly in Eastern Asia, but just all
Mm.
around, the world in general.
Mhm.
Yeah, literally out of a freaking Call of Duty video game that came out on 1/15,
That's right, I remember that.
2013.
I
Call of
think that
Duty
was your
Ghost.
post I saw of yours, or maybe
I,
it was shared or
yeah,
something, but
yeah, I definitely shared that for sure, but yeah, a lot of people were doing a lot of work on the Call of Duty Ghost. That came
mhm.
out on eventually would be the Trump, election date for the 60th U.S. presidential election.
Wow.
Yeah, so that number 60 is huge, and it's crazy. Like I said, my birthday is March 25th, the 84th day of the year, 60th composite, the day leaving 281 days left in the year, which is the 60th prime.
Yeah. Wow. Kobe dropping 60 his last game.
Right, it was number 41, Trey Lyles guarding the majority of the game.
Yep. Yep.
He played for San Antonio for a little bit too.
You're right. He
Yeah,
sure did. He sure
out,
did.
out of Kentucky.
Yep.
He was part of that
Yeah,
Kentucky team.
yeah, with Booker off the bench and Anthony Davis and those, twin guards. What were
Yeah, the
they again?
Harrison twins. The Harrison
Yeah,
twins.
the Harrison twins, and then they lost
That's
to
crazy. Book
Wisconsin.
off the
Frank
bench.
Kaminsky. Frank
Oh
Kaminsky
my
comes in.
God.
Nope.
I mean,
Kaminsky.
I believe he's
Oh my
overseas
god.
right now.
Myron, dude, Wisconsin. Like, talk about one of my
Yeah.
least favorite college teams ever. They beat my
Right.
Wildcats. Same arena, same elite eight matchup, back to back years.
Man.
That was
Kaminsky. I couldn't
one of
stand Kaminsky.
one of those years was when Arizona had Nick Johnson, Aaron Gordon, TJ McConnell. Dude, that team was
Man.
unbelievable. But Frank Kaminsky came in and just had his
Oh,
way.
TJ McConnell was
Kaminsky.
on that Wisconsin team.
No, he was on Arizona.
Oh, he's on Arizona. Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah, yeah, with Aaron Gordon.
Yeah. Okay, now I remember the Eric Gordon. Definitely remember him.
Yeah, it was the same game. Like, it was literally the same game 2 years in a row.
Golly.
Excuse me. I'm gonna kind of close just with a little food for thought here,
Yeah.
talking about the Patriots, and let's not forget Kendrick Lamar, Duckworth from LA,
Mm,
you know. Um, LA played Toronto the 6 later in the year after he's calling out Drake. Drake is a male duck. Now we're in the year
yeah.
26, another Kobe year, right? And
Yeah.
LA has a chance to now be in another championship game. To your point, Myron, I never thought about that. Just the matchup of the Rams and the Patriots, right before the Patriot Act and all that. But with all of the Drake stuff, all of last year, how fitting would it be? Because we already know that Bad Bunny, right, is the headline performer.
Hmm.
Mhm.
You know who else is performing? Actually, they just announced it was Green Day, which is funny because
Yeah.
green is the heart chakra. So that goes back to all the love themes I've been talking about for over a year now.
Hmm.
But shout out to Rambo because he's talked about this on our eye to eye shows or offline when I talked to him. But he said, well, Bad Bunny's most famous song is called Mia, and it features Drake. So Rambo's kind of like, how is he not going to perform this song? Like his most popular song, he's going to be at the Super Bowl and not play Mia,
Right.
Damn.
but it
You think
happens to
Drake's gonna
feature
be there?
Drake. Well, he would have to be if he's going to perform this song.
And that would be like a huge comeback since Kendrick had the last Super Bowl. So for Drake to pop up at this one would be
The
crazy.
next Super Bowl with Drake
Yeah.
May playing for the Patriots in the Super
Oh my
Bowl.
Oh
gosh.
my God.
So
Damn.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh my
Drake
god.
May and the Patriots. All right, halftime. Now you got Drake and Bad Bunny up there, doing their thing.
Wow.
And then you have Charlie Puth who's singing the national anthem, and then Charlie Kirk's Turning Point is having their own halftime show.
Oh god. So we got Toronto in the World Series, and now we all have a Drake in the Super Bowl. Possibly a
Well,
Drake in the Super
yeah.
Bowl.
To once again to Rambo's whole point, he said, "Listen, Bad Bunny's most popular song of his career, which put him on the map, is called Mia, and it
Right.
features Drake. So how is he not going to perform this song?
It's insane.
We
It's
we already
insane.
know he's going to be performing.
This is
How is he going to
insane.
do this song? And how would Drake not be on stage as Bad Bunny is performing this song? You know what I mean? So, and then I guess for one final closing thing with the love themes, I just need to show you guys this. This is what's really creeping me out. Like when you guys just dive back into some of my earlier videos, I
Yeah.
literally did a video called, wait for it. You guys will see a lot of love themes here, but hold on. Like, see, Dog is Love with Cody, Love You, Adam Sandler's Love You stand up last year, Love in Spades. Look at this. Love is MIA.
Mm.
Love is Mia. And
Wow.
this was all about the death of Mia Love the same day that Caleb Love in Arizona, the state, founded on Valentine's Day, played against who? The Oregon Ducks in the Sweet 16 last year.
Wow.
Or right before the Sweet 16. So it's just
Full circle.
I didn't know anything about Bad Bunny or Mia or any of that stuff.
And then the frequency of love is 528, and that's the official date of the Golden Gate Bridge for traffic being open. That's crazy. That's also my dad's birthday. But then my grandparents' name were, from my mom's side, is Francis and Francisco.
Mm.
Wow. And who else is the Bad Bunny? Been talking about this for almost a year now too.
Wow. Francis. Yeah, Francisco.
Mm.
And
Frank
then
the
what was
Bunny
it?
and Donnie.
They call a bad Mormon the Jackrabbit. I believe I saw that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then it was a Mormon that shot, Charlie Kirk. Therefore, he's essentially a jackrabbit. And then we get the news of Bad Bunny. And then Turning Point USA counters it with their own halftime show.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first thing I saw as soon as they announced Bad Bunny, did you guys see this one? These numbers look familiar.
Wow, yeah. Damn. Super match.
Oh my God,
Sean.
Sean, Widow's son. Did you guys ever watch the show Degrassi?
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I the one thing I do know about the show, even though I didn't watch it, is that Drake did get shot.
This was like a low key, like guilty pleasure of mine. I watched all of Degrassi growing up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny. The show growing up on Nickelodeon was called Zoe 101. Well, Zoe equals 26, and 101's the 26 prime.
Oh yeah, I know that show.
Britney Spears' little sister was on it.
Oh my God, Sean, oh my God, dude.
Yellow paint.
Oh my God, that's right. Yeah, because the school shooter, he's humiliated, and oh my God, that's right. He gets tarred and feathered. Oh my God, hold on a second. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God.
So a duck shot Drake.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, he look at him. He's covered in yellow. Oh my God, dude. Yeah, he cleans off the feathers. Oh, and then he comes out wearing Ducks colors, Oregon Ducks colors.
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
And the Ducks pretty much got executed in their game against Indiana. Oregon
Yes,
got
yes, they
Oregon
did.
got Oregon got
Nuts.
killed.
Oh my God, Sean. I totally forgot about that. I totally forgot about like I remember this scene. I just totally forgot about how he yeah. Yeah, look, and then he comes back and he's wearing like Oregon Ducks colors.
That's crazy.
Dude.
That's crazy.
Oh my God, Sean. Thank you for I think maybe we should end it there. We yeah. Oh my God, man. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's right. His name was Rick, huh? Wow. Yeah, it was an intense scene. You guys can pull it up on YouTube if you want to see it, but um yeah, there's a better picture of it I'll send later. Okay. Yeah. No, because it's coming back to me. I do remember he was pretty much tarred and feathered like a duck right before he ends up shooting Drake, the male duck.
Mhm.
Wow. Nothing funny about shootings, but it's funny when you understand the wordplay and why they're doing it the way that they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll go first. Thank you, Myron. Thank you, Chase. You guys are awesome. I had a blast with you guys. It's weird to think wow, we've been on for almost 2 hours. Thank you to Sean Widow's son. Thank you to the chat. Thank you for all the contributions. I live for this, honestly. You guys give me a sense of community and you guys continue to build on observations. Looks like Sean actually just said, oh, there it is. Oh my God. Wow. Yeah. There's other photos. Okay. Thank you, Sean, for sharing that with me. Might even bring it up tomorrow. Especially with kind of consider it another free pick. I mean, to me, with everything about Drake this past year, right? The duck hunt. Don't forget, it's duck season, it's wabbit season. I feel like there's a Looney Tunes Elmer Fudd thing going on here because you had Kendrick Lamar Duckworth calling out Drake last year as a male duck. And then now we're moving over. What was that?
J. Cole, he was in the beef too. He came out with a song called Hunting Wabbits. He was
Are
in
you,
the
dude? Don't.
J.
You're
Cole
lying.
just he was in the beef and then he removed himself
You are
from it.
lying.
J.
Hold on.
Cole hunting wabbits. J.
He has
Cole
that.
and he has the 128 birthday.
Uh-huh.
Oh, literally wabbit? Like,
Hunting
lit-
wabbits.
Yeah.
dude.
That
Might delete later. J. Cole was in the beef. He just left it.
Oh, when did this come out? It's
that came out
okay,
like 2 years
24.
ago, right? Yeah, I'm about to say. Yeah. A couple
Oh
years ago.
my God, dude. Thank you, Myron. For those that don't know, Elmer Fudd,
Elmer
Yeah.
Fudd.
duck season, rabbit season.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. That was it.
So yeah, it seems like we're transitioning from duck season to rabbit season. Just something to think about, you guys. So that's why, like, for me, it just, I don't know, is it too perfect to have Drake May in the Super Bowl, right, as Bad Bunny is performing alongside Drake, the duck and the wabbit during the Super Bowl? Like, this whole
And
world stage is a cartoon.
wait, what day is the Super Bowl?
February 8th.
2-8.
I think J. Cole's Fall Off album comes out that weekend, Super Bowl weekend. His last album is coming out Super Bowl weekend, I think.
his
I think it's on
last album.
2/6. Yeah, the Fall Off. I think it comes out on 2/6.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
The
Full
Fallout,
circle.
man.
Yeah. Anyways, that's really all I got to say. I'll add
Yeah.
more to that on tomorrow night's show, but I had an
Yeah.
absolute blast with you guys. And thank
Yeah.
you guys seriously for carving out the time and for all of the brilliant knowledge that you guys have shared tonight. It's been amazing. But yeah, Myron,
100%.
if you wouldn't mind just reminding folks where they can find you and support you and or anything else you got going on.
Yeah, yes, indeed. The name is my Instagram name that's shown. He got game. just to play on my favorite movie. He got game basketball movie, of course, but I only have Instagram. That's where I make the majority of my posts. Hopefully, I'll get around to streaming and making my own YouTube channel. Like I have a YouTube channel just to scroll through YouTube, but I don't have one for streaming. So you can really only find me on Instagram currently. But I do have a lot of my work saved. And then I talk to offline, I talk to AJ, I talk to Chase, and just always gaining knowledge. So I appreciate you guys. I'm always excited to hear from you or what you guys have to share. I'm always tuning in to them. So just keep continuing to learn. This space is always appreciated. So thank you again, AJ, for sharing your space with me.
100%. It wouldn't be the same without you, man. Seriously. So you guys make the show, honest, in my opinion. I'm just happy to be here. But yeah, Chase, send us home, brother.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much, Myron and AJ, for having me on here with y'all and allowing me to present this. It always feels good to get it off my mind, because it could be some overwhelming information to share to the random person. So it feels good, like you had said, AJ, to have like a community of people who like actually want this information. So I appreciate every single viewer who made it this far into the video. And AJ had this just linked my Instagram right below, Golden Age Deception. I post pretty often on Instagram, a lot on the stories, and post here and there. In YouTube, I try to post at least once a week is my goal, or like every other week. Some upcoming projects, I would like to do more research into the whole Iceman, George Gervin, and Drake. I got some good Drake information going forward now. But yeah, just look forward to that, and I'll continue to do more research, leading up to the first ever Gregg Popovich Day. It's keep that date in mind, like we had said, January 24th. But yeah, that's about it. Check out the YouTube channel as well, and looking forward to making more content for y'all and hopping on these live streams with AJ and Myron and many more of these great decoders in the community.
100%, Chase. Yeah, thank you again so much. Brilliant mind, brilliant information. I look forward to the next one, man. Maybe this is the birth of a whole other series, on my channel. I would love to be a part of that. So
100%.
Yeah. So we'll wrap it up there. Myron, love you. Chase, love you guys. You guys have a
Yes,
great
much
rest of your
love.
night. And you guys will see me again tomorrow on Eye to Eye with AJ, Rambo, and Cody. And just a final reminder, if you guys haven't done so already, please hit that like and subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing. We love and we appreciate you always, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah,
Peace.
I think 153 would be perfect timing to exit this one, right, AJ?
There we go. Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
We're closing it out right now. I love that.
Yes, sir. Love, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Peace.
Peace.
What's below? No. Are you of this world or of this world? Are you the cloud?